Now, amniotic fluid production is gestational dependent. Now, this is important. You should know how it is produced at different gestation. Prior to 16 weeks of period of gestation, amniotic fluid is produced and maintained via the membranous flow. Okay, so it is the intramembranous flow which plays the role. Now it can occur across amnion, chorion, or the placental surface. So prior to 16 weeks, usually structural abnormality of fetus causing oligo is not seen because the amniotic fluid is being produced through the intramembranous flow. After 16 weeks, the kidneys mature and they start functioning, and then the fetal urine production starts, and it acts as a major contributor of the amniotic fluid volume. So now, if after 16 weeks there is an abnormality of the amniotic fluid, you know that there is something wrong with the kidneys. If it concerns the fetus, then this is the first organ that needs to be checked. After 34 weeks in the third trimester, the urine production undergoes plateauing. So when it plateaus, there is a steady state equilibrium, which is achieved at 34 weeks of period of gestation for the rest of the pregnancy. Okay, now amniotic fluid circulation happens via the fetus swallowing. There is pulmonary as well as GI absorption of the fluid, urinary excretion, and the movement of the fetus is going to cause displacement. And that's how the amniotic fluid circulates. So what is the role of fetal swallowing? The swallowing of fetus requires an intact neuromuscular development. So if there is any issue with the neural or the muscular component, baby will not be able to swallow, and there will be polyhydramnios. After the swallowing of the fluid, there is absorption in the GIT or the lungs, and occasionally it gets regurgitated also, and that's how the flow is maintained. Remember, swallowing and the fluid getting into lungs is very important for the canalicular branching and the alveolar development. So normal lung development is related to the amniotic fluid. So the fluid enters into the branching of distal alveolar buds of the baby. So that leads to the distension of the collapsed alveoli and they grow properly. If there is oligohydramnios, there is reduced alveolar branching, decreased number of alveoli, and these both will then contribute for pulmonary hypoplasia or immaturity. And that is why you see the babies with less liquor at an earlier gestation tend to have more mortality because of pulmonary hypoplasia. Okay, and that is how this physiology is related.